Today we're gonna go through all of the pirate software drama and make a tier list out of it. Yes, sir. For the people that are employed, this is gonna cover everything from the start to something that happened literally yesterday. So we're gonna go through this and I'm gonna rate all of the drama that's happened on a tier list. And this tier list is formatted in such a way that it's unbiased fully and it is fully objective. You know, I did work at Blizzard for 7 years, so this is gonna be the best tier list you've probably ever seen. S tier being the most unsufferable and funny things that he's done, and D tier being a little bit more low-key, like, hey, that was kind of funny, or that was a little bit odd, but not like insufferable. So we're gonna start it off with the World of Warcraft drama. I feel like this was one of the catalysts to his downfall. And in my personal opinion, the World of Warcraft drama can be summed up with this one YouTube video that I saw. And this YouTube video is genuinely, for somebody that's like a young person that doesn't have any experience in World of Warcraft, it kind of just summed up the entirety of that drama in one little 2.5 minute basically clip. It summed everything up. There's like 30-minute videos about this and I'm like, yo, yeah, well, that's kind of meta, no? This summed it up. I was like, yo, this is a great video. Basically, some context. There's just like a WoW server for streamers called OnlyFangs. And it's like a hardcore server. So imagine like a hardcore Minecraft server for the young people. So let's see what is this drama. And then we'll rate it.
Like Jay Beezy died the other day. That was nuts.
So basically, yo, there's mobs attack, TLDR, okay? Mobs attack the team. And this dude
Go back to your team.
just runs away. And to make it seem like he's actually helping, he was spamming his abilities.
Why are you walking, bro?
Why am I walking? Look
This
at
is
my mana.
savage, but come on.
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do?
Like he spammed his abilities to make it so he didn't have any mana.
You know, you should get out of here. Your life is more important.
After all, you're an ex-Blizzard employee
And you have 300 enchanting.
with Crusader.
You got 20 years of game dev.
You're a hacker?
And you solve your own puzzles.
Oh, and did I mention that you're an ex-Blizzard employee?
Go, fail yourself.
Wait guys, he worked at Blizzard?
His ship.
Okay, so 2 of his teammates died. TLDR, he roached out. This is like whenever I heard about it, because I don't play World of Warcraft, I was like, yo, that's kind of scummy. Like he roached out, meaning he just left mid-raid. He never apologized at all. And I find that so freaking funny. And because he never apologized and the entire situation was so insufferable and it was one of the catalysts to his eventual downfall, even though he was fully in the wrong, right? He was fully in the wrong, no apology. I think it's high A tier. It's high A tier. And I feel like this is a debatable topic because if I played World of Warcraft and I really understood what it meant to be in a hardcore server and all of this stuff, right? Because I don't know World of Warcraft, this might go up a spot, down a spot. But my position, because it's a catalyst, my low experience World of Warcraft and zero apology, even though he's fully in the wrong, high A tier, high A tier. Second thing, yo. Second thing. I think this is the Heartbound. So if you guys don't know, he basically has a game he's creating. I wouldn't even consider it he's creating. And it's been in development for the last 7 years or something like that. It's a 2D game that has been in development for 7 years and there's like barely any content that's been added. To be honest, I feel like that's a little embarrassing. And there's like a few clips that we could talk about. I watched a video the other day, right? And it was about the gameplay. To summarize it, there's this clip that I feel like really summarizes it.
Are exactly 3 puzzle sections 5 total puzzles, and this is being very generous with what I consider a puzzle, by the way. A single combat section, 1 battle, yes, 1 that is repeated, so that's 2 total battles, but only 1 unique fight, and 2 mini games.
Dude, there's like for $20,000. Like that's all the content that's in the game, but a lot of it was created before he even went on Kickstarter, like 7-8 years ago. We're seeing this game that's been in development for 8 years. It's not even close to being finished. 8 years. What is he smoking? There's some ganja he must be on right now, because holy crap. This game that's been in development for 8-7 years and 20K in Kickstarter, it's very insufferable. It's like how do people actually go in his chat unironically and say, yo dude, I'm such a big fan of Heartbound, when it's been in develop. Like, it's embarrassing to be a fan of this dude. Like Hunter x Hunter, for example, is something I could see people waiting for, because Hunter x Hunter was a great anime, it's a great manga, and I understand people waiting a long time for it, right? It's in a similar boat to Heartbound, except Heartbound is terrible. So because of that, I feel like this is about low A, high B. And I say that because it's like really like, I'm pissed off, but I don't think it's as bad as doing something, leaving his entire team behind. I know it's like only a team thing, it's only a game, but I feel like this is a catalyst to everything that happened. Then we go to his dad. Chat. His dad being a CIO of a Blizzard, like not CIO, but like the one of the top people of Blizzard. This guy is literally made off of the father of this dude. Can we comprehend that? Like the actual amount of power his dad had in the company is insane. And a clip that summarizes it incredibly well is this.
People are calling me a Nepo baby. For those who don't understand the term, a Nepo baby is somebody who got their job only through nepotism, never accomplished anything in their career, and never did anything to deserve the position that they have. My father was the cinematic director for Blizzard.
No, wait. I want everybody to wait right now and comment what you guys think he's gonna say in this clip.
For 23 years. He worked on basically everything going all the way back to the death and return of Superman and many other games, all the way up until now. And then he quit. He went off to Jagex and he worked on old school RuneScape, I believe as a creative director of some kind. With that in mind, he now streams on Twitch under the name of Yearjoy. People think that I got my job at Blizzard specifically because of him. In reality, I only had help from him in order to do my resume. Aside from that, for the people who have this narrative, both myself and my brother applied at the same time. I got the job.
Okay. Oh man, wow, so humble. Wow, so honest. So virtuous. He doesn't take any shortcuts. He didn't get a job from his dad because his dad was like one of the first 10 employees when Blizzard started. No. How could he? Look at his listen to the sound of his deep voice. Okay? How could he be lying? Listen to this.
In 2004, and like this is kind of my whole career, right? My first job I got through nepotism.
Let me open up Microsoft Paint right now. Let me just open it up so I can explain it better.
My first job I got through nepotism.
Hold up. What? Yo. What in the contradiction? He had to pull up Paint for this. To do some random stuff. I got my job through nepotism. and his dad being like a very high leading member clearly is gonna help him get a job at Blizzard. You can't, do you not think he has some sort of power to help you get in that position? You have to be delusional to think otherwise. And he brags, dude. He brags so much about being the first second generation Blizzard employee. It's like a corporate thing that's so like, oh my god, how are you bragging about that? So weird. I think that's high B tier. It doesn't it's just a little like weird that he's like promoting it so hard. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna be talking about the coding, all of the coding drama. So in Heartbound, like a lot of the code that he coded was absolutely garbanzo, all right? So the funny thing is that Coding Jesus has like incredible videos about it. How all of the code for the lighting system is completely wrong and incredibly poor for performance. And he talks about this in detail, so if you guys are interested, I would just do a quick jog. But he has so many videos, so I'm gonna give you a TLDR. He just checks every single pixel for its location, and he does really bad computations based on pixel and lighting direction. Pirate Software has a rebuttal to it where his code is able to be run on a fridge in Lowe's, even though it was run on an Arduino that was being streamed to a fridge. Not being run on a fridge. That's completely different from being streamed on an Arduino. Because of that, I feel like it's incredibly insufferable, and it's really cringe that he keeps on hammering, like he's doubling down that his game is so performant. I feel like that's high B tier. That's like up there just because of the fact that his code is so incredibly bad that this just image, if you're a coder, if you're a computer scientist and you see this, it doesn't matter what language you're in, unless you're using some very niche functional language, you see this and you cringe. I saw this and I cringed. The number of and this is pre-AI, so the number of comments that are in here is like insane. He had to comment all this out. The amount of time he spent doing this is insane. He could have just done this all in a for loop and just like done it this way, which I don't even think, now that I think about it, is good. But he could have done it that way, which would have saved all the time in the world. He has 240 lines, what we can see, and it's probably a lot more, of just global.storyline array number equals 0. This is like terrible code. If a coder sees this, they cringe. So I think it's high B tier, above his dad. Maybe I might change his dad to C tier because it's like weird, but no. I think his dad, now that I think about it, is C tier. This is the Pirate Software indie game false DMCA strike. This is insane to me. He false DMCA strike to indie game because he assumed from the trailer that it contained his voice, and he assumed this and not even fact checking himself. He DMCA striked a indie game dev. He promotes being an indie game dev so hard, and he goes out and DMCA strikes indie game dev. The hypocrisy on this dude is incredible. It's impressive. A false DMCA strike on an indie game dev, and the only reason the indie game dev was able to actually get out of this is because he had a lawyer's help. So scummy. I'm being genuine. This is like terrible stuff. And not only does he, this is a repeating occurrence. Not only does he make terrible decisions, he doubles, triples, quadruples down on terrible decisions. It's so cringe. It really is. It shows how Pirate Software has such a fragile ego.
Drawn. Mid-livestream, Pirate Software spoke about receiving the counter notice and expressed his intent to sue the developer. A wizard-hatted cockroach squirms in a gaming chair, and a voice line from Pirate Software's stream can be heard.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
Ferentino then posted a clip of his game to the livestream fails subreddit titled "He Put Pirate Software Drama in His Indie Game." In turn, Pirate Software issued a DMCA takedown notice to Valve. This developer is using clips of my voice without my permission. As displayed on the developer's live stream, my voice is being used in this game. The developer does not have the right to use my voice. He included a link to the Twitch clip. The game was taken down. Plot twist, the Steam version of the game didn't actually have Pirate Software's voice in it. The Twitch clip was of the developer's personal build, not the marketplace build. Ferentino filed a counter notice to get his game reinstated. He also sent a support ticket to Pirate Software and his team directly to tell them his voice was not in the game, and he asked for the DMCA takedown notice to be withdrawn. Mid-livestream, Pirate Software spoke about receiving the counter notice and expressed his intent to sue the developer.
Hey, Kronos, we have to file a legal complaint against that dude earlier. I'm gonna pause this for a moment. There was a dude earlier today that went onto Reddit and said that he was using my voice in a video game, showed a bunch of videos of it, and then put that game up on Steam. A lot of people in the Thread told him not to do that, that would end up being a legal problem for him. He did it anyway. So I filed a DMCA claim, and he
Completely false, as you just understood from the Steam page having a different game than that was promoted on Reddit.
has now filed a counterclaim against me. We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way inside of your games without their permission. It's a really stupid thing to do. Incredibly so. So I'm going to send this over to Kronos now because he is a lawyer in copyright law. That is his job.
This guy is such a freaking nerd, dude. Holy crap. I can't help it, but imagine the freaking nerd emoji pop up every time this guy speaks. It just is crazy.
Mistake.
Pretty cringe. It goes against basically everything he's previously said about enjoying indie games and supporting indie game developers. I think it's incredibly bad to see somebody doing this whenever they are profusely saying that they support this community and then falsely DMCA striking somebody. I think it's up there with a $20,000 donation for a game that's not finished and taking 8 years for that. And I think it's right above the catalyst that started all the World of Warcraft drama, because I feel like the Roach thing is such like it's genuinely such a small thing, but it's made so large by the fact that he's moving on. Fake voice. Everybody knows he has a fake voice now. Like, this is S tier. This is S tier. And hear me out, okay? I'm about to make a great point. Is his entire brand is made off of this fake voice. It's just a bass boosted version of his own voice. And you might be skeptical about, hey, is this actually true? Is Kortaxe speaking straight facts, or is he capping out of the wazoo, or is he what is he doing? Like, is this facts? Let's check an old clip of a Pirate Software interview.
It's actually been amazing. It's our first time out here at
Embarrassing.
Denver Comic Con, and there's
Is this fake voice? Bro! He alleged a second puberty when he was 27. What he must have been thinking to be saying that? I don't know. Probably something like, I'm a 7-year Blizzard employee. Next thing. This is really cringe, in my opinion as well. Him playing a video game, a puzzle video game, and to show that he is intelligent, you know what he did? He checked and searched up the answer for many of the segments, and basically on stream, he would check the phone, go onto the documentation, read the documentation, and say something like, oh, I understand, dude. And making it out to seem like he was the one that just suddenly had this revelation from God himself. And God himself came down, showed him how to solve this puzzle. And these puzzles are very complex. And look. There's a clip that really makes this incredibly funny.
In this house, we solve puzzles. And we don't look up the answers. Because where the hell's the fun in that, bud?
Otherwise it's about...
You see her face? Yeah, I just saw your face. I know, you find that funny too. A lot of complex puzzles, like really complex puzzles. I wish, you know, if he actually went through this game, maybe he could have gotten a better understanding of how to make puzzles for his own game. But he didn't want to do that. Instead, he just basically used the documentation to go through the game. And we know he used some sort of documentation or help because in segments of the game, where, for example, you understand how to do something. Like, there's certain mechanics of the game. Like, for example, there's some wording which you don't understand until the end of the game. And you have to come back to this puzzle nearing the end of the game to really understand how to solve it, right? He understood the wording of this specific thing even before the game gives you a tutorial. That's number one thing. Second thing, he did this throughout the entire gameplay, and there's instances where he completely skipped entire segments of puzzles which build on top of each other. I think this is about high B tier. It's very low class. Just trying to, I guess, make him seem smarter and giving his chat imposter syndrome. So I feel like this is pretty high B-ish, with his code being pretty terrible, like really terrible. Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like the harm done in these are, well, these three, this is just incredibly funny, is much higher than this one. Like, there's no real harm done other than giving his chat imposter syndrome, making him seem like he's smarter. And moving on, Blizzard. So he had this thing where he would always suggest that he was a developer at Blizzard. He wasn't. If people don't know the difference, a quick summary: quality assurance is basically just testing the functionality of certain features in a web application or system. May that be using SQL or something else. Sometimes they use Selenium, other times they use program or software or programming language. It is different from directly coding with the programming language to create features in a video game. Those two things are very different. He was quality assurance. He was always promoting the fact that he was a developer and developed Blizzard games, which is completely different and is not the same thing at all. A developer actually makes games in Blizzard, which is, he always basically made it seem like he was a developer, which I feel like is a little, it's very cringe, and it was making people think that you are something that you're not, just trying to boost your own ego. I think that's up there with checking phone. I think that's a little bit above, because this is like his entire, he built his reputation on being a Blizzard employee and working as a developer at Blizzard. So him being a quality assurance member is completely off. It's so weird. Okay, stop killing games. S tier, and everybody knows why. This really showed the fact his ego is too big to handle. He's able to double, triple, quadruple down on a matter that he has a very brief idea of. And he's able to like double, triple down, even though he does not know the movement at all. And secondly, he's able to go in and never go back on his point. It shows narcissistic character traits, because he's not able to go back and say, oh, I was wrong. No, he was completely wrong about this fact and never went back and actually talked about it. This clip really sums up the stop killing games situation. Okay, so if you guys don't know what's going on, his game Heartbound had such tiny amounts of features added to it that it was put on a certain list that Steam games that have been basically abandoned. So Steam tags games that have been abandoned as abandonware, and it puts it on this list that makes people really understand that, hey, these games are basically dead. Nobody's updating.
Hello! Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement to stop publishers from effectively destroying video games they have already sold to customers.
Oh shit, now this is actually really dumb. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. The Stop Killing Games initiatives is basically shit. It's shit.
The short version is the initiative is about requiring publishers to have end-of-life plans for games they've sold to customers in the future. So when they shut them down, customers can continue running them without their support.
The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. All of this can eat shit. They can eat my entire ass. The whole thing. I dropped the mask entirely. Eat my entire ass.
That summarized his situation with Stop Killing Games. And that's why I'm putting it in S. He is just completely wrong in the scenario. And finally, it's the most recent news of his moderator basically donating to him to keep his hype train going on for a long time with a ult and his main account. So his moderator donating to Pirate Software on his ult and main account. People are allegedly claiming that this may cause a violation in the law and in Twitch terms of service. Because of the fact that Pirate Software pays all of his moderators, there can be some collusion to increase the hype train. And one of the basic terms of service is you're not able to trade bits for monetary value. So indirectly, he was trading bits for monetary value, allegedly.
Twitch's terms of service by artificially extending a Twitch hype train. If you didn't know, Twitch hype train is basically when enough people donate, a timer starts, and if people keep donating before the timer runs out, the hype train keeps going. On his stream from a few months ago, he accidentally opened DMs with his moderator, showing that the moderator donated bits and planned to do it again on an alt.
Okay, so I think this ends it off with a low C tier. A lot of the things I feel like were either very cringe or incredibly funny. I feel like this is low C tier. If they're able to actually determine that this is against terms of service, high S tier. But currently it's pretty alleged, and there's a lot of alleged content, so take it with a grain of salt. If pirate software gets found for breaking TOS or the laws, then that would be incredibly insufferable and incredibly funny. So that would be high S tier. So this is like a wild card, so stay tuned. Let's see if we could if there's a bump in this situation. We could make like a simulated stock market for this final one. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you're caught up with all of the pirate software drama. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button and share with your friends, because they might be employed too, and they might want to know what's going on with this dude named Pirate Software. So do that. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.